What's up guys, Intelitech Studios here, and today we're going to be doing a living room vacuuming with another new acquisition. So this is one that I got just a couple days ago from Goodwill, as you can see by this lovely little sticker, $4.99. Now my local Goodwill, or at least the one that's the second closest to me, or actually the one the closest to me as well, those two never have vacuums. Basically never. They'll once in a while get in a vacuum, but very rarely they will get a vacuum in, and if they do, it's usually a Kirby or something that they've marked up incredibly expensively to the point where it's just not worth it. But this day that I got this, everything had changed. So I got this from, hi Patches, what are you doing? Hey Puppas, hey. Hey Puppas, who's a good boy? You need to stop fighting with your siblings. So, we got two new kittens, because as you know, this cat is mine, one of the kittens is mine, and then, hi! And then obviously Steven is partially mine, partially my roommate's, and then my roommates have two other cats as well, which are Penny and Rika. And the new kittens are Mochi and Boots. I keep forgetting my own kitten's name for some reason. So, Patches apparently responding to the new roommates moving in, as well as, because we have another couple that just moved into this house upstairs, along with the other two that were already up there. And Ruby just sneezed. And apparently this little buddy is not responding well to the change in environment, because as some people know, cats do not like changes in their environment. So he was upstairs with a lot of the other cats. We kind of keep them all upstairs, and he was fighting, or at least just trying to assert dominance, even if he's not hurting them. He was trying to fight with the cats, especially the new kittens, which is obviously not good, because you got to be nice to the little kittens, because they're just babies. He's been, trying to assert dominance over them and, do that thing where they, pounce on other cats. And, he's being a real meanie head to all of his brothers and sisters. So, he's staying down here as we grab another litter box and some food for him. And sometimes Steve will come down here, sometimes the kitten will come down here too. But, just kind of a mess right now because he keeps fighting with all the kitties and he needs to stop it. Patches, you need to start playing nice. Look at me, Patches. Patches, you gotta play nice. You can tell he actually in some ways has been fighting with the more adult cats, because you can see he's got a little patch of fur that's missing. He's got a little scar on his ear. He clearly did not get out unscathed, but that's what you get for picking fights, Bubbas. So I can imagine all the cats are stressed out because the new situation. Obviously, cats usually don't like it when stuff like that changes. They're all trying to be the main, head of the household, so to speak. And they keep fighting over it. So that's why he's down here, in case you're wondering. Anyways, back to the vacuum cleaner. So this Sanyo I got from Goodwill, and so $4.99. Look at the loaf. Look at that loaf. So $4.99 on this, and as you can see, it came with the actual hose, the main wand, floor head, and then the little handle hose piece. And it did come with both of the onboard attachments. So we've got a little crevice tool right here, and a little dusting upholstery brush right here. It obviously is in need of a cleaning, but it's definitely an interesting little machine. Also has a little post right there on the wand that you can see. So that's interesting as well. Don't know what attachments would fit to that, but it is there. And we can see, I was trying to figure out what this is named, but apparently Sanyos just go based off of model number. Oh, okay. And this is why I don't like canisters. and also scaring patches. Let's see. So this goes, there's also a bagless canister, by the way. So obnoxious. Let's see. Sanyo. So this is model SC30, it appears. And it's 8.5 amps. So, made in Mexico. I don't know if you can tell anything by that serial date or not. That's the sticker on the bottom. It obviously needs a good cleaning. But this is exactly how I got it. And it will be featured in a vacuum saved as well coming soon. Or at least some point in the near future, depending on how I divvy them up. Because I got another vacuum as well from that same Goodwill. I got 2 vacuums. This is the more interesting one, and the other one needs a bit of work anyways, so I probably shouldn't run it just yet. I'll save that for the vacuum saved. But this one does run just fine. So even though it is a bit dirty, I'll still run this. Now I already vacuumed with the Dyson Kinetic over there. You can see it's full. So I don't expect this to pick up a whole ton, but it is there. And this little, you can see I can take out the hose right here, just like that. And take this off. See, this is a bagless machine, which is unfortunate. I was hoping, it looked to me like this was a bagged machine, but apparently not. So we can hear some dust and stuff in there. Nothing too major. But we can see there is a filter right there with a lot of junk stuck to it. So again, obviously all this needs a clean, as you'd expect. But as long as there's nothing that will get sucked into the motor, it should be fine in the meantime, at least functionally. And you can see how tiny this unit is. Just got a little intake right there. Just grab that little bit of fuzz. Set that aside, make sure that it doesn't get caught in it. You got a little suction relief valve right here. One little caster. It's very scratched up. Can't tell if that has a rubber coating or not. I don't think it does. So probably not the best for bare floors, even though this is a straight suction canister. So, take these off. This is hard to do with one hand. If I do it like this, then that could fall out. Let me just set this down real quick. Just like that, and get this real quick so I don't have to edit anything. Just for a stupid little cut like this. There we go. Okay. So, and you can see it's kind of loose when I push on it. But obviously, this is a budget machine. I can tell that at least. So it's not going to be a sealed system. So yeah, powerful 1,000-watt, 4.0 peak horsepower equivalent, whatever that means. So yeah, that is that. And of course, whenever I got it, this little piece was disconnected from the hose like that. So obviously just click that back into place. You can tell it's loose, but it is there. It's probably like a little handle for you to grab it as you're vacuuming, like that. And the floor nozzle is taped on. All the other tape that was holding the attachments and stuff on I removed. Thankfully, I can tell that I got to it pretty early because the tape wasn't like, to the point where it was leaving any residue on the machine, so that's good. So this sticker and everything, even though the tape was on the sticker, it didn't tear it or nothing. You can see it's still pretty much intact. So there's that. So anyways, we're just gonna go ahead and pull the cord out right here. So you can see there's a little pedal right here. Yep, so that does work. Don't know if this is the original cord. It looks like it's the wrong color, but it's a good quality cord. I didn't notice any nicks or tears or splits in the cord. Nope, okay. Oh, there, that works. So just pull this all the way out. There we go. You can see the yellow marker. So we can stop that. And then now we just got to get this and plug it in. What is that that fell out of it? Is that a bug? I think that is a bug. It's dead though. Okay, so Now we're just gonna unplug this phone and plug this in. Oh, look at that, 100%. Okay. As I get tangled up in this whole cord, tangled up in this hose, so again, still not a fan of canisters, at least overall. However, I am looking for a bagged canister to use as a bench vac, like a dedicated bench vac. I was excited to use this for that purpose, but it's bagless, so maybe not, or maybe I'll have a bagless and a bagged bench vac for certain things, and get like a Eureka Mighty Mite or a Bissell Zing or something like that for it. We'll find out. Oh, and there's this little switch right here, on and off, so I can press that with my foot, and here, I'll take this off first, and we'll get going. Oh, if I can focus on this. A lot of suction. Got a little relief valve right there. And then you see floor, carpet, or rug, I guess. There we go. Oh wow, that's crooked. There we go. So, with how much suction it has, it's not the easiest to push, but it's also not hard. It's just feels a little bit funky. You can tell this was obviously not designed for wall-to-wall carpeting, as there's no motorized brush or even a decent quality turbo brush. Still manages to maybe not so much groom the carpet per se, but leave some evidence on the carpet, we'll say, of a vacuum having been run. Although obviously not one that does any sort of deep cleaning, because obviously a straight suction machine can't deep clean. I will say it is rather quiet. It doesn't sound quiet in terms of like the actual pitch of the motor. You can still hear a whine on the motor, but it's not bad. I guess the hose is wrapped up, so we'll just do that. See the doggo? I moved the table because I was going to do a review video after this, or at least I plan on it. So you can also twist it up like that. There is swivel. It's definitely one of the best swivels that I found on a canister, but it's not, you know, obviously it's not anything special. See, can I get in here? Oh, that's really hard on my hand to do that. Don't have to worry about running over the cord with a straight suction, so I guess that's nice. Alright. I can get all the way up underneath the edge of the chair, so that's kind of cool. Oh, I heard some sort of a crumb get picked up. Probably because that Dyson Kinetic does not do a good job at getting underneath stuff. Unless it's something like my coffee table. And in typical Intelitech Studios fashion, the second I start filming is the only time that my cats start meowing very loudly. Yeah, because they can't get my attention when I'm not doing anything, but when I'm working, that's when they need my attention. I'm sure cat owners know the feeling. Someone asked me in the Discord server, well, does this change your opinion on canisters? Do you like them more now? Oh, I did just get those crumbs right there. And it just slammed into the table. So the answer is no. I still don't like canisters. But this is an experience, a cleaning experience I can at least tolerate. Unlike that Hoover Elite Cyclonic canister. But I do like the lightning. Yeah, that little white thing right there, that's not a piece of dirt. I'm pretty sure that's paint. So that's not going to come off. See, we'll get underneath here. Oh yeah, look at that. Right underneath there. Very nice. See, now it's stuck between my legs. Right, so and there you can hear the wind down. So yeah, it's definitely an interesting little canister. And I'm definitely, for the $5 I paid for it, it's certainly worth it. Don't know if these are collectible or not, but I can't imagine they wouldn't be. I mean, you don't see Sanyo anymore. You don't see anything Sanyo anymore, and haven't for a long time. I think the last Sanyo TV I saw was a CRT that I had many years ago. But yeah, this plug looks like it was replaced. Because it just doesn't match. You would expect this to have like a black cord. It looks much older too. And it has this little piece that's like separate. But I'm not complaining, it does work. So I don't know if this cable was replaced at some point, or if they legitimately just came with cables like that. Perhaps so you could see it a little bit easier than a black cord. And you can't see it because it's the color of the body, but right underneath the crevice tool you can see there's a little pedal right here. If I can do the 2x zoom on this. You can press this. Look at that. A little bit of a tangle, but that's no big deal. Same thing. For something this old, it's definitely not too bad. Look at that. Sucked it right in there. So yeah, that's the Sanyo, what did that say on the bottom? MC30? If I'm remembering correctly, I'll check it and update the description and the title accordingly. So yeah, that's the Sanyo blah 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 canister vacuum cleaner. Obviously this is a budget sort of a straight suction canister designed for, you know, houses with basically all hardwood floors and then maybe a couple area rugs is obviously what this is designed for. Smaller apartments, you know, that sort of thing. And obviously this appears like it would have been back in the day competing with something like a Eureka Mighty Mite or Abyssal Zing. And yeah, definitely looks interesting. Unlike the Mighty Mite, this has a proper cord rewind too. And a lot of people really like the Mighty Mite, but I like this machine a lot better than the Mighty Mite. It's also, since it has that nice handle on it, I've also noticed that, which I can't do when I'm holding the camera, but if I had it in a tripod, or if I just simply wasn't videoing it, and I'm using this, one thing that is nice about this is that this thing is so small and light that I can pick up that handle and actually use it, you know, like a pickup canister, almost like a lift away machine. In fact, I'm sure I could probably demonstrate that right now real quick. for those interested in seeing that. I just gotta get my stupid tripod. I don't know if this will be high up enough, but we can probably see if we lock this in right here, then you can see if I pick this up, it's very light. There's not a lot of weight to it. Even with the cord off of it, you know, as long as it's not, I would imagine obviously it'll, you know, obviously it'll get heavier as you fill it up more and the machine gets more full. But just as is, this isn't all that heavy. It's about the same size as like if you picked up like a Shark navigator, like an MV352 or, you know, an NU560, one of those lift away navigators, not the Apexes. Those are a lot heavier than this. But this actually isn't too bad, you know, especially with this handle. This handle's not too bad either. It is kind of sharp on the underside, but you can always put like a rag or something underneath your hand and just vacuum like that. And obviously this has a little pivoting joint right here, which is nice. There's no pivoting joint on the canister, so you can see it did get tangled a couple times, but on the actual wand there is a pivoting joint, so I can be vacuuming like this. Obviously, if I'm going to floors, push the floor button. Actually, that feels better on the carpet, on the floor mode, now that I try that. So honestly, probably just leave it on the floor mode, at least for this sort of shorter, medium pile carpet. But yeah. So, I think you guys saw that. You can probably see what I'm sure even if you can't see it, you can tell what I'm talking about. But there is that. So that's interesting. And of course, we'll just prop it up like that, and obviously prop it up on the air purifier that I still haven't reviewed properly. And, okay. Well, there's that. Anyway, guys, this is Intelitech Studios, and ignore the TV. I'm just letting it autoplay, just whatever it wants to. But yeah, so, although I do like John Oliver, he is funny. Anyways, this is Intelitech Studios signing out with the living room vacuuming video of the this stupid tripod. With the living room vacuuming video of this Sanyo canister that you can barely see, that's barely even in frame. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Have a good one. Peace. Also, which vacuum should I review next? Because as far as the videos coming up, I will have a couple repair videos on a couple Hoovers, because I got a request to do a repair video on the Elite Rewind Plus, and I already fixed up the wind tunnel high performance, or at least I'm in the middle of doing that. I already cleaned up all the parts, and I'm doing the rest of the repair on that. So between those two, which ones do you want to see as far as repair videos? And there's also, I might work on the Hoover Empower as well, and there's a couple other machines that I'm working on. Then also, as far as reviews go, oh yeah, and that Dirt Devil that you can see back there, doing a review video on that soon. Then also, you can see the Dyson Kinetic and the Musu. Those are vacuums that I've been putting off reviewing for a really long time. So between those two, which ones do you want to see the review on first? Oh well, you can see the lamp sort of reflect the Dyson handle, and you can see the Dyson's handle on the wall right there. Isn't that cool? So yeah, so if you have any suggestions as far as what videos to do, because I'm just at the point where I have a lot of videos that I want to do, and I'm just kind of like, I have like writer's block essentially as far as what to do. So any suggestions would be greatly appreciated as far as out of the vacuums that I have, which ones to do repairs on, which ones to do videos on. Obviously, not every single person that requests something will get it done immediately, because, you know, there's a bunch of people who are probably going to be commenting. But some suggestions would be nice if you want to see a video on fixing up the Sanyo and that sort of thing. Also, people asked about the vacuum save video in the Dyson's video, when literally in the Dyson's video I specifically mentioned vacuum save, or at least I could have sworn that I did. Maybe I forgot, who knows. But vacuum save videos, or at least one or two of them, I have two sort of lined up in the schedule. But as far as when I release them, when I record them and put them together, that's a whole different story. So obviously I'm sure you guys want to see vacuum save, but I want to get some other videos done in the meantime. So, because I probably plan on releasing a vacuum save video of some kind within the next, probably about a week from now, maybe a week and a half, give or take. So let me know what you guys want to see. Again, I really appreciate your guys' inputs. I'll also try to post a little bit more in the community tab, and obviously my Patreon and stuff is in the description as well. At least it should be if YouTube isn't drunk. And hopefully I'll be able to do all that. And if you want to contribute to the channel, that's great. If not, who cares? I am perfectly fine either way. So, yeah. So, what videos do you guys want to see? Let me know. And hope you guys like this Sanyo. And again, there's a lot of vacuums I want to get, but obviously I don't have enough money to get every single vacuum that I want. There's a few Sharks I want to get to do reviews on. There's that Panasonic that's still new old stock on eBay that I want to get. I want to get one of those. I want to get that SIBO fixed up, get a review on that. There's a Miele U1 that I'm going to be getting soon. There's a lot of vacuums that I'm getting soon. And sorry if I'm stuttering a little bit, but yeah, so Intelitech Studios signing out. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, any community sort of interactions, or not interactions, any sort of community feedback would be greatly appreciated as far as what you guys want to see. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one. Peace. Ruby. Ruby. Who's a good girl? Who's a good girl? It's you. It's you. You're a good girl.